topic, that is the law of conservation of momentum. First we will understand what is the angular momentum. जैसे ट्रांसलेटरी मोशन में लीनियर मोमेंटम होता है, दैट इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ मास ऑफ द बॉडी एंड इट्स वेलोसिटी. सिमिलरली angular velocity is a product of the movement of inertia and its angular velocity. Okay, when any body is performing rotational motion about an axis passing through any point, okay, and if it is applied a constant external torque, its angular momentum remains constant. That means if there is any unbalanced torque acting on that material, its angular momentum changes. Take a small example in a translatory motion. Suppose if an object is moving at the particular velocity, if we apply a force externally and its velocity is either increased or decreased, in that case its linear velocity changed. It means its linear momentum also changes. So जैसे कि linear momentum change होने में the force is a required quantity, similarly in rotational motion the angular velocity change होने के लिए जो external factor responsible है, that is torque. ये हमने काफी lectures में सुना है. So whenever there is a unbalanced torque acting on the body performing rotational motion, its angular momentum changes. So it's that the angular momentum of a body performing rotational motion about an axis passing through any point is conserved if the external applied torque is zero. That means if there is no such external torque acting on a body, the angular momentum of the body remains constant. Now to prove this, we just see the relation between the linear momentum and angular momentum, which is given by this vector product, that is the angular momentum is a vector product of r bar into p bar, where r bar is the position vector of a body or a material from the axis of rotation, that is the perpendicular distance of a particle from the axis of rotation, and p is the linear momentum. So if we wish to find an angular momentum of a small particle on a whole body, your r bar will be the radius vector or the perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation, and your p will be the linear momentum of that particle. So if we differentiate above equation with respect to time, let's see what happens. Here we get dl upon dt, that is the derivative of angular momentum, that will be given by a vector का कभी भी differentiation करना है तो we cannot change the sequence. First we take the dr bar upon dt into p bar plus r bar into dp bar upon dt. Please remember that sequence cannot be changed. Here dr upon dt, where r is a position vector, so the rate of change of position with respect to time is nothing but the velocity. Okay, so you get v bar into p bar, and here you get r bar into, here p is linear momentum according to the second law of Newton's law of motion, that is second law of Newton's law of motion. It says that the rate of change of linear momentum with respect to time is called as force. So here dp bar upon dt is equal to f bar. Okay, since p is equal to mass into velocity, but in the product form we can take mass into vector product because mass is a scalar quantity, it does not have any direction. Okay, so it will be p bar is equal to m into v bar, r bar cross into r bar into f bar, that will remain as it is. Then m is equal to v bar into v bar plus r bar into f bar. As we know that I into I, j into j, k into k, or that is similar vectors का vector product is always 0. Here v bar cross v bar also 0. Therefore your dl upon dt, that is the rate of change of angular momentum with respect to time, is a product of r bar cross f bar that is position vector cross force vector, and this gives you the torque, that is radius vector into the force, that is equal to torque. Okay, so we have mentioned here the torque, it is also called as moment of force. So from this equation, if external torque acting on the body is 0, the dl upon dt is also 0. It means that if a body is not experienced or not acted by any external torque, then its angular momentum of the body is conserved. It is not going to change, or it remains constant, and the constant ka derivative is 0. It clearly means that L is equal to 0. So please remember this law, and specifically its statement that I repeat. The law of conservation of angular momentum states that the angular momentum of a body performing rotational motion about an axis passing through any point is conserved if external torque acting on it is 0. Okay, so that's it. In this topic, that is examples of conservation of angular momentum, we will just discuss some of the examples like ballet dances, diving in a swimming pool, or these are athletic games like ice skating. Okay, in all these examples we will observe that there is a conservation of angular momentum. As we all know that the angular momentum is the product of moment of inertia and its angular velocity, where angular velocity can be given as 2 pi n, where n stands for the frequency of revolution. It clearly suggests that if angular momentum is conserved, if we increase the moment of inertia, there is a decrease in the frequency of revolution. Okay. Similarly, if we wish to increase the revolution frequency or the frequency of revolution, then we have to reduce the moment of inertia. On the basis of this, all these examples which I mentioned, that is ballet dances, skating in a ice, or diving in a swimming pool, this law is used. तो पहला एग्जाम्पल है बैलेट डांसर. इन दिस व्हाट हैपेंस के बैलेट डांसर is performing rotation with larger radii as well as in a smaller radii. When it is to come together and form a smaller radii, they used to decrease their moment of inertia, which ultimately increases the rotational frequency, that is frequency of rotation. Similarly, when they move away and they are going to perform the larger radii, in that case they outstretch their arms and legs to increase the moment of inertia, which ultimately decreases the frequency of rotation. So this law is used in the example of ballet dancer. The second example is diving in a swimming pool. In this example, the swimmers on a diving board, they increase or they stretch their body to increase the moment of inertia. Immediately after leaving the diving boards, they fold or reduce the moment of inertia, which ultimately increase the frequency of rotation, and because of which it can complete more and more round to become a show attractive in a competition. Okay, so when the body achieves a certain velocity and that the total angular momentum of a body is conserved, so if we wish to increase the frequency, reduce the moment of inertia. If we wish to reduce the frequency, increase the moment of inertia. That's it. And after that we have one more example, that is ice skating. In that what happens, if we wish to move with a higher velocity, the moment of inertia should be less. To reduce the velocity or to stop the motion of the ice skating, we ultimately stretch our legs and arm so that the velocity or the frequency of the motion decreases. So these are some examples of conservation of angular momentum.